In this video, I will just explain to you the last year first form test paper 2023 to 2024. They are MC questions. So there are 15 questions in total. We can just start from question 1. So in question 1, we have this question. Which of the following statements is correct? So A, data is a collection of facts in numerical form. So this is wrong because of the word numerical form. Numerical form means that numbers only, 1, 2, 3, something like that. But you know that data can be various in various forms. For example, text, A, B, C, and something else like that. So data is not just about numbers, so A is wrong. And then B, information is meaningful to at least a specific group of people, so this is correct. The reason is for this word meaningful. When we talk about the data and the information, we call the data is without meaning and information is with meaning. So this word will lead you to the correct answer. Information is meaningful, and this should be to at least a specific group of people. So A is correct. And then we can have a look of C. Computers can reject all incorrect data, which is wrong, because in chapter 2 we have learned different methods to check the data, whether it's right or wrong. So computer can reject all incorrect data, which is wrong, because you can see that computers sometimes will not be able to check the errors if you use a wrong data validation method. Wrong. And then D, data is used by computer operators while information is used by decision makers, which is wrong, because for example, the decision maker can also use the data, right? So they can use the data to get a very general image or something like that of an event. So this is wrong. So question 1 is boy. Let's move to the question 2. Which of the following mappings is incorrect? So we got a data type and also the possible format. So possible format means that when you see that particular data in your computer, in what format did that data exist in your computer? So for example, in your computer, sometimes you may see a name with a .jpg, right? So this will reveal the format of the file. So when you see JPG, for example, you should know that by common knowledge, it should be an image file. So very obviously, A is wrong because text type, we cannot have JPG. So this is answer A. So going to question 3, which of the following statements about digital images is or are correct? So first one, all digital images are formed by pixels, which is wrong. Because in your textbook, we can go through the textbook. If you have the textbook, we can go to page 11. So you'll see that images are not only in the bitmap form, but we also have the vector form. So in vector form, we do not have the pixels, but we have the lines, we have the curve, we have the circles, and so on and so forth. So 1 is wrong. And then second, the images taken by digital camera can be altered. So this one is also incorrect because we can see that the images taken by digital cameras can always be altered, because if you by experience, this is actually, you can modify anything you want for your images after you have taken the pictures by the camera. So this is common sense. You don't need to explain. It is wrong. And C, 3, so the last one should be correct because you don't have other choices, but we will see. Photos taken by digital camera are usually bitmap images, which is right, because again in page 11, you will see that vector image is only for describing lines, circles, polygons, those very mathematical things, and it is not suitable for you to describe the photos of taken by the digital camera, because you should get some images such as scenery, human portrait, something like that. So you cannot just use the simple lines, simple polygons to describe those photos. So they should be in bitmap image. So the third one is correct. So the correct answer should be boy. So for question 4, a something is responsible for researching, planning, and implementing an information system. I will just ask you to refer to your textbook, page 7. So this is all about the personnel. Personnel in an information system. Okay, so you can have a check of what kind of person will be in charge of some tasks, okay? And after checking, you should find out A should be the possible personnel for this kind of actions in the information system. So I will just leave it for you to check your textbook when you are doing question 4. So question 5. Which of the following terms describes the situation that erroneous data resulting in inaccurate information? So this is from chapter 2. We have a very, very good table in your textbook. So if you have your textbook, just go to page 33. Okay. In page 33, you should find out a very, very key term called GIGO, which stands for garbage in, garbage out. So the answer should be D. So very quickly to explain what is garbage in, garbage out. So when you input some data which is useless, you should expect that the output, which is the information, is also not good, okay? It's not related to something you want. Okay, so this is called the garbage in, garbage out. So question 6, John is asked to enter the name of a customer, Molly, into a database. However, he accidentally entered M0LLY instead of that Molly. Which of the following types of errors has he made? So first of all, you need to recognize the difference between these two wordings. Molly, M-O-L-L-Y, it becomes M0-L-L-Y. So very obviously, the O and the 0, they look very similar, but the user inputs is wrong. So this is a kind of transcription error. Because you didn't move the place, so it shouldn't be transposition, right? And the data source error, you cannot check it because here they didn't mention about the data source. But very obviously, the transcription error happens because you mistype the 0, you mistype the O into a 0. So this should be the transcription error. And parity error is also wrong because it is always referring to data transmission only. And here the situation is all about the data input, nothing about the data transmission, so B should be the correct answer. And then for question 7, only numbers between 0 and 99 are allowed to enter into a field. Which of the following validity checks should be enforced? So here we are talking about the range because 0 to 99, right? 0 to 99, we call it a range. So here, if you want to have the correct data, you like to set up a range to check it. So it is called a range check. For question 8, check which of the following measures is or are related to data verification. So here the keyword is verification. So this is different from validation. So if you know that validation is for computer, and verification is for human. So don't go to the wrong page. If you refer to the textbook, data verification method is shown in page 42. You have 3 different types of verification. So here you 1, 2, 3, only 2 and 3 are in the table. They are inputting data twice and double data entry. So you can have your answer D here. Number 9, a check digit is appended to the end of the binary number 1001, 1010. Which of the following type of check digit is used? So in these 4 options, you can see C and D are not really related to what we have learned. So very obviously, you will just get these 2 answers out of your choice. And the remaining 2 options are A and B, odd parity check and even parity check. So we have done these 2 parity check in one of the lessons. So if you want to pass a odd parity check, that means the number of ones, okay, should be in a odd number. Okay, and for the even number, same also, similar, I should say similar, but this time the number of ones should be in even number. So you have to count it, how many ones are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then I have appended one more digit, which is also 1. So all in all, we have 5 ones. And for sure, 5 is an odd number, so we will say that this is an odd parity check because we have 5 ones in our data. For question 10, the next one, which of the following is not a method of collecting data? So this is very obvious that verification is not a method of collecting data, but verification is a method to check the data checking. So it is not the collecting data. And then for question 11, we see that the check digit, which one, okay, is applied to 1, 2, or 3. So we see that the first one, Hong Kong ID card, we have done the example, so this is right. And for ISBN, so this is also right, okay? And you can check it on the internet. IP address is not, because IP address is referring to the network, the device, how do they recognize your device? And we will talk more about this one in the new, in a new core chapter. So in this question, 1 and 2 should be the correct answer. Going to question 12. So in this question, you can see there's a hexadecimal representation asking for you to make it by this series of number 1011, 1011, and then 011. So if you can do it in your calculator, you can try to do it, but you will see that there will be an error because here you have more bits than your calculator that's from your calculator is over. So it will be mass error. So in this case, you have to use the method, okay, which is the 4 in a group, okay, 4 in a group method to make a conversion. So here, I will just try to divide them into 4 in a group. So here, 1011 is the first set of number, and then 1101, another set, and then 101 because it is missing 1, so I will just get 10 in front of 101. So we have 3 different sections, and then we'll just do it one by one to convert them into a hexadecimal digit, and we'll just get to the answer. So I'm not going to show my calculator because we have done it in the lesson. So by converting each group, you should have B for 1011, you should have D for 1101, and then 010 should be referring to the 5. So all in all, we will have 5 dB, and the answer should be boy. So number 13, which of the following numbers can be hexadecimal? So these questions, we have 3 different numbers. The first one is called 99, okay? So for 99, is it possible? It is possible, because if we have hexadecimal numbers, the range for each of the digits, for example, I have 1 bit, okay? Let's say I have 1 bit. You can fill in the number 0, 1, 2, 3, up to 9, and then we have A, B, C, D, E, up to F. You can fill in, right? So all in total, you have 16 different pattern for you to fill in a digit, or we call it a bit in a computer. So 9 and 9, they are in the list, so 1 should be correct. And then for 2, it looks like the binary, but you can see they are all the combination of 0 and 1, so it is also possible. But for 3, it is not possible because of the G. In our list, we do not have the G, so it is not possible for you to have a number with a G in a hexadecimal form. The answer should be C. And then question number 14. Question number 14, you can see it is a conversion between the unit gigabyte into 4 different kind of units. So you have to try one by one. So for question A, we have KB. And for B, we refer to the bit. So here we can think about 2 things. First of all, G to K. So in the conversion table, let's go back to the textbook, page 858. Just go back to the page 58 to the conversion table. You'll see that G to K, right? You have to do something called the multiplication, right? Times 1024 and then times 1024 again. Okay, so this is for G to K. And for the next part, we have the byte to bit, big B into smaller b. So this part, if you want to convert the units, you also need to think about times 8. So all in all, if we just put all the factors here into one equation, it is called 3 gigabytes equals 3 times 1024 times 1024 times 8. So after the calculation, you should find out that this is wrong, not the number 3072. So we'll do the similar things for B, C, and D. So gigabytes into kilobytes. So G to K, but B remains the same. So the only thing you have to do is to times 1024 and then times 1024 for 3 gigabytes. So here comes the calculation. 3 gigabytes equals 3 times 1024 times 1024, and after you have checked the answer, this is also wrong. So the next one, we have GB to megabits. So in this case, we have G to M, so we have to times 1024 once, and then we have bytes to bits. We need to multiply by 8. So 3 gigabytes equals 3 times 1024 times 8, so which is 24576. You should have the answer C. So last but not least, we will have the question called the 2's complement representation. So here you should refer to the notes. Okay, and also pay attention, we are finding the 2's complement representation. Okay, so this time we consider about its representation. So here we have the number 36. We have to think about it is a positive number. So since it is a positive number, we can just do the sign and magnitude for 36. And that representation is exactly the 2's complement representation. So we just put into our calculator 36. You should get 100,100 in your calculator. And because in four answers, right, you can see they are having 8 bits, and we only have 6 bits. So in this case, we will add 0 in front. So all in all, it is called 0010, 0100. The answer should be C. So this is the answer for all the MC questions. In the next video, I will just explain the short questions with you.